Hi, it's Mark. I'm here with Bernie Pawlik, Pawlik Automotive in Vancouver, BC, Canada, Vancouver's best auto service experience, period. And we're talking cars. How you doing, Bernie?
Doing very well today.
Today's guest is a 2010 smart car. What was happening with this vehicle?
So the vehicle was towed to our shop. The owner wasn't able to shift gears on the vehicle, like it wouldn't go into gear. So there's clearly a problem with the clutch or transmission. And we proceeded to diagnose that concern.
Gas, diesel, or electric? Obviously, we can eliminate electric, so gas or
It was
diesel.
gas. Yeah.
Let's jump right to pictures here.
Yeah.
So here's our strange looking little car.
I always find them amusing to look at, even though we work on tons of them. They're just cute little things.
The diagnosis went how?
So there's some codes stored in the computer for clutch actuator issues. So we determined the actuator wasn't operating properly. Got a new one, put it in. There's some alignment procedures that need to be done. If you can just move up a couple of pictures. So you can see there's a couple of slots there near the top of the actuator unit. You can slide this actuator around and bolt it in a certain way. So there's a certain position that needs to be bolted in. And then from there, you can electronically actuate the clutch and set it up, initialize the clutch actuator, perform that, and it wouldn't do the procedure. So there's another issue. Next step, we proceeded to test the electronics, make sure that we weren't missing anything, that there wasn't a broken wire, tested the power to the module, which is located under the driver's seat. Everything seemed to be fine. So we figured, okay, maybe there's a problem with the actual clutch itself. The actuator was bad, but something had caused it to get damaged. So we looked at the clutch with an inspection camera. The clutch is all hidden, but we're able to see that the clutch release fork, some of the fingers weren't in the right spot. Figured, you know what, this thing's worn out. We got to replace that. Pulled the clutch out and found some neat stuff. So there's the clutch disc, not entirely worn out, but worn pretty badly.
Pretty close.
Yeah, you can see you're moving the mouse over, you can see the rivets. They're almost touching the fibrous material, and those lines that are going across, some of them are missing. That material is actually worn out. So it's worn pretty badly. Next picture, we found some issues here too. This is the clutch release bearing. So when that actuator is actuated, it actually pushes this bearing against the clutch. And the red is pointing to the collar where that bearing slides. You can see it's very rusty and not seized, but it wouldn't move very well. And the yellow is pointing to the clutch release bearing. And when you spin that bearing, it was very noisy. So the bearing was worn out as well.
It should look like this.
Should look like that. That's a new one. You can see there's a bit of grease on there. It's nice and shiny, so everything moves really well. Other things we replace when we do the clutch, we grind the flywheel. And that is the ground flywheel. So the idea of grinding is to make it absolutely perfectly flat. So it's a good surface for the clutch disc to work against. There's the new clutch installed.
Lovely looking forks to make it shift properly.
Yeah, those are the fingers. You can see that's where the release bearing rides. It's important that's all in good condition. At 2010, the car's at this point 16 years old. So it's had a lot of years of use, 150,000 kilometers, which is a fair amount for a smart car.
That's a lot of driving in town, basically.
Yes, it is.
And how did everything work after repair?
Yeah, fairly extensive repair for sure, and pretty costly. Unfortunately for the client, you take one step and you do one thing that you know you need to do, and then sometimes it leads to a second one. We set everything up, reinitialized it, it all worked properly.
And you work on quite a few of these. How durable are smart cars?
They're not bad. This car is 16 years old at this point. Pretty good. Other than this, it seemed to be pretty good. So they're not bad. They last longer than you'd think they would for a little car.
So there you go. If you're looking for service for your smart car, it doesn't matter what brand or make, whatever powering it, the experts to see in Vancouver are Pawlik Automotive. You can reach them online at pawlikautomotive.com. You can check out our many videos about smart car repairs. We've got close to 1,000 videos on there, not all about the smart car. Or you can call them at 604-327-7112. They'll answer the phone, they'll talk to you, they'll find out what's going on, they'll get ready for your appointment. You have to book ahead with Pawlik. They're always busy. Pawlik Automotive in Vancouver, BC, Canada. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Thanks, Bernie.
Thank you, Mark. Thanks for watching.